Hey, HappiDaze here. In today's video, we are doing day 4 of Grand Party, Season 24. Going with Luffy, gonna see what's gonna happen. Hopefully we get a bunch of rare recruit opponents that we can face, make it a little bit easier for everyone to win. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, see what happens. Alright, awesome. So we have one right off the bat, the Struzan in the middle. So obviously we're gonna face him, just so we can kind of get the guaranteed wins. First team is a quick team, so we're going to have a Dex team to go against that. Then we'll probably use the Int team for team number 2. And yeah, without a burst, we should hopefully be able to get through it pretty easily. If we have to, we could use a burst on fight 1, but I'm hoping that with the units that we have on our Dex team, it's easy enough to overcome the units that they have on their quick team. Obviously, the Smooth unit is just scary because of the rewind she can do. The Luffy can do some hard-hitting stuff there. Zoro does like a 3,500 damage hit. Not really worried about the Momonosuke or the monsters or Whitebeard on the bench, so I'm not too worried there. Just hoping that we can get our specials off before they get their specials off. Now, we do have a lot of powerhouse units on our crew, so we do get a little bit of buff to the CT there, and some other stats as well, so you just love to see that. We get some specials around here, unfortunately. Gonna take a shot from Luffy. A little bit of special bind from Aokiji there, unfortunately. So yeah, we're just waiting to attack basically at this point. That new Pell is just kind of ridiculous in terms of what he can do. Now we should be able to start going, finally. Blackbeard's going to do HP cut, some additional damage there. We're going to get a level 2 hit of Dofi's hit because it's past that 60-second mark. Big Mom with some half stats. Fortunately, she only hit 1. But yeah, I think we're good enough where we don't have to worry about using the burst. I think we got this covered here. So that leaves us 2 bursts for the second stage. Not like we need it anyway, but it's good to have 2 bursts in your back pocket just in case. So yeah, that special bind of the Smoothie was really annoying to have to deal with. So I'm glad that we were able to kind of get out of that without having to use a burst there. So like 1 or 2 hits, and we'll be in a spot where we'll take the hit. We'll be able to force out some of the units because they do have some free spirit units on their crew, so that should help make it a little bit better, a little bit safer for us to go ahead and do some damage. Of course, we want to wait till they are just about ready to do their special. We get our special charge by taking damage, so if we can do our special right before we start taking damage, then that just puts us in a much better spot. Let's go ahead and use our specials now. Just an absolutely nasty hit, some force out. Luffy's going to take out the units there, and I think if we can take out these 2 units with the S-Hawk unit, then we won because all the other units are forced out. So if we can just get 1 more hit on this guy, then we've got this, I believe. Oh, Struzan was hiding in the bench there, so let's see if we can get Yamato to take him out, please. Not enough. I forgot with the type disadvantage, she didn't do the full attack there. Unfortunately, those units came back. It is what it is, but as soon as they use their burst, we'll be able to use our burst anyway. So yeah, not worried at all about that. It is what it is. Shield is annoying, but nothing that we can't get through. And S-Hawk almost coming in clutch and killing both of them. We'll probably have to wait till our Luffy goes to really wrap this up. S-Hawk just denying Luffy the ability to do the kill there. All right, so yeah, that was win number 1 of the day, bringing us to 10 total wins. Love to see that. Thank you for using the friend captain ability there. Appreciate that, having a rare recruit instead of a burst leader. So yeah, let's go and see what matches we have for number 2. Awesome. Right off the bat, we have a team at the top who's Law, who's obviously not a burst captain. We have the Blackbeard, who is a burst captain. And then we have the side G5 Luffy. But we do know that, thankfully, because that guy at the top put his Law in the 3rd spot, we know that final team is a Shren team. So just to be safe, we can throw a quick team on the bottom there. We'll use our slasher destroying team that we call them on that first slot. Hopefully we can go ahead and take out that first team who's full of slashers, and we'll have a burst to boot in case. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this top match. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it, see how we can defeat these guys. Now we are hoping that the S-Bear can kick out someone, preferably if they could kick out anyone, I'd rather them kick out S-Hawk, just because S-Hawk is just ridiculous in terms of what he can do. So it'd be good if we get him out, but like I said, it's all RNG. Who knows what will happen? You just gotta sometimes roll the deck, see what happens. If Law can go, he's just gonna special bind or action bind a bunch of them, just depending, 80% chance, which is good. So yeah, and you can see S-Bear already went. Looks like he forced out Shanks, which wasn't the best, but it is what it is. We're going to have our Odin go. Hopefully do some special bind here. Luffy helping us make sure that the Roger and Whitebeard don't do their special, which is huge considering that we were taking some damage. Unfortunately, Lost still hasn't went yet. He's kind of the main sealing ability of our team to kind of help make sure that they can't do anything. So it's kind of a shame that he hasn't went yet, but you can see we're doing still pretty fine. Yeah, still not going to use a burst just because we should do a bunch of bind here, so I'm not too worried about that. And now comes in, he's going to give some further debuff to the slasher team. S-Bear is going to go again, hopefully force someone else out. The Shanks unit there with just a little bit of damage just to help us out. Force out the Zorosanji, that's good, so they can't bring their specials to the front. And yeah, because they were forced out, we automatically win that first match. So yeah, this team actually did pretty good. Again, we have no idea what their second team is going to be. It's going to be our Int team versus whatever team they have. Probably a Sai, I'm guessing. Yep. Sai team. Yeah, I think I'll try to end it on this match. Use the burst if I have to. Like I said, if I have to use another burst, we have it in the tank just in case. But we'll let our specialists charge just enough. Then we'll do the attacks. The only downside to this battle is, of course, there's type disadvantage when we're attacking. So Yamato doesn't do as much damage. S-Hawk doesn't do as much damage. Even if he does some damage with defense, that part doesn't matter. But you just do have to watch out when you're facing type disadvantage teams there. Of course, Odin can do some nasty stuff with his special bind, which you just saw in that last match there. But we took him out, forced out Luffy and the Law, forcing those 3 units in. If we can defeat these 3 units before Luffy comes back and those guys come back, it's an automatic win, which is what we're hoping to do. With Luffy's special going, it should hopefully let us do that without too many problems there. His special is just so nasty, and yeah, with the force out, just like that, we win. Like, that's why this Int leader is so nuts against Free Spirit teams. He can just have half the team go out. If you have both the Luffy special as well as the burst, you can basically get a free win against any of those Sai Free Spirit teams. So yeah, just like that, we go up to 11 wins. So let's see if we're lucky for the final match of the day. Alright, so we got 2 non-burst captains. So again, thank you guys so much from the strategy. Love you guys. Thank you for helping the community. Let's keep it up. So I'm going to probably take on this middle team just because I don't have to change my teams I had before. I had a quick team already there. That first team looks like it's the standard strength team from what I could see. Yeah, that's just a standard strength team there. So So we do have to watch out, obviously, for the Luffy there. They don't have the Kobe, though, and we do have the Sugar on our side to just kind of nerf their CT speed. So I'm hoping that with the combination of that, we can obviously have a burst. If they do a lot of damage, we should hopefully be able to get through that without too much difficulty. So, yep, let's go ahead and get right into it. If we can win the first match without having to use a burst, then in essence we'll use 2 bursts for an int fight against the second team. I'm guessing because they have Sai as their third team, based on the leader they have chosen there, that middle team is probably the Slasher team more than likely. I just want to see what their CT speed is. Yes, their CT speed is 9 when ours is 15, which is awesome. You'd love to see it. Typically, you'd have like a Kano in this team, but basically what I'm going for here is kind of the special reverse team. That's what all the units here are really doing. So hopefully once they start going, we'll start getting some special reverse with the cross-skilled unit there. Smoothie will come in, do some more special reverse, and the goal is just to not let them really do much damage at all, while our guys kind of go in and do some damage. So you can see Cross-Skill's already pretty much ready to go again, which is kind of insane. Nasty from Tesoro there just to knock out a bunch of them. So you can see already 50 seconds into, or sorry, 40 seconds into the match, and we still haven't even taken really a special from their side yet, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Again, Smoothie's going to come in, do some more. Okay, so we're going to get hit by a Kano, but like I said, we have the type advantage, so it's not a big deal. And then Smoothie's just going to come back and do some more special rewind. Again, make sure that Luffy can't go and can't really do a bunch of damage. Go ahead and use our burst there, just to kind of have a better chance of getting the win. Again, we do want to take some damage here just so we can start building our charge gauge for the second fight there. So I think what I might do, because I know that third team is obviously a... it's definitely going to be the Free Spirit team. I think I'm going to set my Slash team in the middle and hope that it's a Slasher build in the middle. If it's not, it's whatever. This is just really a throwaway match. The real goal of this is to basically just get our specials ready. Yeah, it looks like it's an int team. So yeah, that's fine. Like I said, the goal of this match is just to get our burst ready for the final match. Obviously, we have, like I said, the type of disadvantage, but with the ability for us to kick out the Sai units and force out some of the units when our Luffy goes and when that goes, basically we have to just kill 3 units with our specials, and we're able to go ahead and get the victory pretty easy there. So we force out the Shanks from their side. Law just missed out on his special, unfortunately. He takes some damage from Blackbeard here. Just some stat boost from Shanks. We're going to take a nasty hit here from Luffy to help charge our burst. And once we get the burst charge, we'll just skip the rest of this battle. Like I said, we're not planning on winning this battle. We're basically just going to try to get our burst gauge charge for the third match. Luffy and Odin are back. Let's see if they hop to the top of the queue. And now taking out S-Hawk. So it wouldn't be the... I would say I could use a burst when it's ready. but it's kind of risky. I'm not going to lie, so I'm probably not going to do that, but part of me wants to do it just so we can see if we can just end this match in 2 fights, so we don't have to go to the 3rd one. But I also don't want to get the L on the thing there. So yeah, I'm just gonna let it ride. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip because our burst gauge is full. We lost as expected. That's fine. Like I said, the goal of fight number 2 is just to get our burst charge for the 3rd match. Could be a Psy Free Spirit team. Again, just gotta watch out for the Odin here. Of course, they have the Aokiji who can do some fixed damage, but yeah, I mean, outside of that, there's no real scary units. We only have Cracker and Esok as the slashers, who the law there can really affect. So yeah, we'll just wait till their specials are kind of close to getting launched, and then we'll launch ours. So hopefully, when Luffy goes, he'll be able to knock out one or more with his special as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and use our burst here. Blackbird's gonna go here, which should reduce that Luffy special by 15%, hopefully. We did trigger the revive, which was huge there. Alright, Luffy got forced out. S-Hawk was just short of being able to get the rest of those units out. We're going to have the Zoro come out on the bench, and hopefully our Yamato can go before anyone comes back and see if we can get that dub without having to have those other units come back in. Unfortunately not, so we're going to have all those units basically start coming back in, which is obviously not ideal. But like I said, we'll tank a couple specials here, and then we should hopefully still be able to get the win there. We do have Smoker and the Giants on the back bench too to help us just in case, but you can see like they're so close to dying for a bunch of their units, so I'm hoping that we can just kind of knock a couple out. I think we just took out Odin there. Let's see, did we take it? Yeah, we did take out Odin, so that was huge. We don't have to worry about the special bind there. Smoker comes in, but obviously he's not ready to go. Mecha Toy Soldier will do a little bit of a hit here. So yeah, at this point, no worries. This should be a pretty easy, straight victory to get us to 12 out of 12 for today. It's just waiting for kind of everything to kind of play out. S-Hawk should hopefully end it right here. Perfect. Love to see it. All right, so obviously from here on out, the matches get a lot harder. You can't see any of the teams, so it's really just a complete guess of what you're going to do. So if you got 12 out of 12 so far, congratulations. That's awesome. That's good. Anything after 12 is usually just gravy, in my opinion. Yeah, you miss out on some gems if you don't get all the way up to 15. But what we can do to help everyone get there is what you saw a lot of people did on those teams that we did today, is you have the ability to set captains that are non-burst captains just to help everyone get to the 15 wins. They can have a burst captain themselves, get through the content without any problem. So make sure at the end of the day, just like you just saw me do, change your leader to someone who is a non-burst captain. If you're done Grand Party, if you get your 15 out of 15 wins or finish your final matches on the day tomorrow, just go ahead and set your team to auto. That makes it even easier, just in case, even less chance of dealing with RNG. So just do that for everyone to help get those 15 wins. So thank you everyone for watching. As always, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and tell me how you did in the comment section. Are you 12 out of 12? Are you going for 15 out of 15? And how do you feel about this last day of Grand Party? As always, until next time, be kind to each other.